to my channel, Sophie Says. Last week I did a challenge with Liam. For those of you that haven't watched it, head over and check it out. It's our accents and gargling game. And I asked you guys to vote on who you thought the winner was of both rounds. Now, unfortunately, Liam won.
Yeah! The direction was to come in cheering.
There was no direction of that at all. You absolutely just like broke my back.
Everybody's looking at me going, what happened to him? Yes, I've had a haircut, I had a blade 0, I'd never get a 0. This is a new thing for me. It's summer, it's hot, 36 degrees.
Alright, you can leave. We've had enough of you. Now. Go and take your...
See you next time.
Go and get your...
See you on the next video that she invites me back to. Bye.
For God's sake. So, yeah, Liam won, and for our competition of guessing what we were gargling, I mean, it must have been very obvious because I think everyone got it right. So it was Celine Dion.
Near, far, wherever you are.
Thank you, Liam. Go, get off. Go. Okay, a lot of you got it right.
Go on. Near, far.
So it was Celine Dion. So what we're gonna do is gonna put all your names in a hat for whoever commented with Celine Dion and draw out a winner next week, because there were so many people that I just don't know where to begin. Today's video is going to be a question and answers video. So I've been doing YouTube for a few years now, and a few of you have asked me some questions recently that I've not really answered. So I'm gonna basically answer the questions that you sent me that I haven't answered, basically. I mean, I haven't really looked at them and I haven't like rehearsed them, so I don't really know what the questions are, to be honest with you. So we'll find out in a minute. Let's see how it goes. What did I study at college? So I went to college in Plymouth, which is southwest of England, and I studied musical theatre and dance. So I started dancing at the age of 3, so I was like a little baby dancing, and I did like ballet and tap and contemporary, and I absolutely loved it. So I went on to study it at college, and I absolutely loved doing it at college. It was like the best fun. I used to put on shows, and I did a lot of kind of drum shows outside of college, and yeah, it was really good fun. And since moving to London, I've kind of put it on the back burner, but I really need to take it up as a hobby because I enjoy doing it so much, and it's such a great hobby to have. Like, it's just so much fun, and you meet loads of new people, and it's great being on stage and stuff. So next time I'm talking about hobbies, remind me that I said that, because you know I'm like, I procrastinate and I never end up doing it, but I really do need to get back into dancing and musical theatre because I absolutely love it. Where did I meet Liam? So, I don't know, I'm laughing like it's really embarrassing. So I met Liam in a nightclub in London. It was actually before I moved to London, so it was a few years ago now, and we met in a nightclub, and when I moved up to London, I actually moved in and lived with him and a group of friends. This was way before we were together, so we actually lived together as friends for a year before we actually started dating. So it was very weird, and everyone was very shocked after this.
Lies, all lies.
Liam, go away!
We kissed in the nightclub first, then we moved in together.
Get out of my
lies,
bedroom.
all lies.
Okay, go away. That was actually the truth. Liam keeps going on about the fact that we kissed in this nightclub before, and I know for a fact that we didn't, because then for a year he literally said we kissed in the nightclub, and everyone was like, oh, and I was like, no we didn't, we never kissed in the nightclub, because we were like friends. Okay, you can leave.
I know people will vouch for me. Luke Friend will vouch for me.
Go away.
Help.
So anyway, yeah, no kiss in the nightclub. That was how we met, basically. And then after a year of being friends, we started dating, and here we are now. Very unhappy few years later. Just kidding. It's kind of, that was how I met Liam, basically. Do I have any hidden talents? Okay, so maybe something, I don't know whether I've mentioned it in videos before, but maybe a hidden one. I am fluent in sign language. It's a bit of an unusual one. Not many, everyone, when I tell people, they're like, what? Like, how did you even learn that? At primary school, they had a hearing impaired unit. For people that were deaf, they would go there and they would learn sign language from an early age. And I had a friend in reception, which is like your first few years at school, who was deaf. And I was like, I just wanted to communicate with them, and I was like, I don't know, like at that age you don't really understand, do you? I started learning sign language so that I could communicate with my friend in school, and I just loved it, and it kind of became just a hobby. So I'd go to kind of after school club and learn sign language, and I've just used it throughout my whole life, and it's just a really great, handy, I was gonna say, pardon the pun, it's a really great thing to have learned. And I definitely would recommend learning something like sign language, because to have the ability to communicate with someone like that is just amazing. And there have been times in my life where I've worked on a reception, or I've been in a position where I've met someone who is deaf, and to be able to communicate with them, they're like, oh my god, like, I can't believe you know sign language. And to be able to communicate with someone like that, it's like learning a language. So if you are thinking of learning something, it's actually really easy to learn. So I would definitely recommend learning it, because it's just an amazing thing to have learned. Definitely take up sign language as a hobby if you haven't, because it's great and you can communicate with people. So yeah. Do I have any siblings? Yes, I do. I have an older brother called Alex. He's 2 years older than me, so he is, oh my goodness, I always forget my age. So he's 26. So he got married last year, so he's married, and his wife Kim, so they live somewhere in, I always forget the name, it's near Bath. Yeah, so got an older brother, we grew up, we argued, we fought a lot. Fought a lot, is that the right word? I don't know. Yeah, we used to literally have the biggest fights ever. Like, I mean, like full on, like scraps, like we literally tear each other's hair out. Great fun. So yeah, I have an older brother, and he works, oh, I don't know where he works, he does. I'm so bad with people's jobs, but I don't know anyone's jobs. Like Liam's, my family's, I'm really bad. It's not like being rude, I'm just really like forgetful of what people do for jobs. So yeah, what's my star sign? So I'm born in October, and my star sign is Libra. I don't really know much about horoscopes, to be honest, like I would elaborate on that, but I'm not really like a horoscope kind of person. So I think Libra is a good thing. They're like the scales, aren't they? So that means like you're in the middle. I don't know if that's good or bad, but I think it's good to be Libra. I'm unsure. Let's ask Liam and see what his opinion is. If I had to watch one movie for the rest of my life, which movie would it be? Oh, this is a hard one. I have a lot of favourite movies, like feel-good ones, you know, when you're just like, oh, I can't wait to go home and put this film on because it makes me feel like 1,000 times better. Oh, it's really hard to pick one in particular. I want to say Sex and the City. When I was growing up and I lived at home, it was like that film that you'd always put on if you couldn't sleep. So I'd always put it on, like drifting off, and I'd watch it over and over again. Like, I mean, like every single night I would always put the film on. And yeah, I probably would choose Sex and the City. You can't beat a bit of Carrie Bradshaw, a bit of life quotes, fashion. They're always on holiday, it's quite feel good. So I'm gonna say Sex and the City, which is probably a bit of a weird one, but hey ho. Things that most frustrate me about my other half. I'm so glad Liam is now away from ear distance. This is a hard one. There's so many things. Just kidding. Okay, so I'm gonna say Liam is a massive wind-up. Like, literally, he just really enjoys winding me up on like a daily basis. So I'm gonna say that that's probably the most frustrating thing that he does, because he'll do this thing where he'll wind me up by just saying something or doing something that he knows is gonna grate on me. And then when I explode or like I react, he's like, I'm just joking. And I'm like, you are joking, but like my reaction is pretty like sinister, okay? Like, don't do that. Yeah, he's a bit of a wind-up and he really does enjoy doing it. So like, for an example, you know, I'm petrified of spiders. Like, he'll run into the room like this, ah! And like every single time, like I literally scream and I have like a mini heart attack, and then I'm like, you're winding me up. But every single time I fall for it, and every single time I'm like, you know how scared I am of them, and it's just horrible. Just a horrible guy. What's my favourite song right now? My favourite song right now would probably be Familiar by Liam Payne, I want to say. Like, every time it comes on, it just like makes me turn the music up. Like when we're in the car, I'm like, ooh. Yeah, I'm going to say Familiar. It's quite a good summer song, and yeah, it's probably one of my most listened to at the minute. Is YouTube your full-time career? Wish I could say it was, but it's not. During the day, I obviously have to have a day job to afford my love for clothes and fashion and everything. I also work in marketing, which is great fun. And yeah, hopefully one day I can do this full-time, but for the minute, yeah. What's my best impression? I mean, I'm not the best at impressions, I've got to say. And I'm on the spot here, I really just don't know. I kind of did my Jessie from Little Mix the other day, which is probably up there. It's not that great, but it's probably Paris Hilton. I always like impersonate Paris Hilton. I'm like, that's hot. I just do it all the time, and it's probably really annoying to people, but I just always do it as like a thing. I'm like, if someone's like, oh, like, do you like what I'm wearing? I'm like, that's hot. Really annoying, but it's an impression, I guess, right? Who's my favourite on Love Island right now? I haven't actually watched Love Island in the past couple of days because I've actually been out. How inconvenient. But I want to say that Jack and Danny were my favourite couple the last time that I watched it. I don't know if things have changed. Literally, like, from day to day, things change so rapidly that they could not be together right now. But I really like Jack and Danny. They seem like a really down-to-earth, fun, nice couple. So I'm gonna go with them. So they're my winners this year. Best location I visited on Tom Goes Global. Wow, that was a few years ago now. Like, literally would love to go back and do it again. I think our favourite location was probably New Zealand. It was just literally amazing. So it was just like really pretty, the people were really nice, they had a great nightlife, it was like a stunning location. So we went to Queenstown in particular, and the both of us said like New Zealand was like one of our favourite places to go, so definitely go back to New Zealand. That was probably up there on my favourites. What's my favourite TV show at the minute? Obviously Love Island. Love Island's most people's fave TV programme at the minute, our fave seasonal programme. I also love, I don't know if you're watching it because it's really like, it's really deep, but Handmaid's Tale. I started watching this, season 1 I think came out last year. It's heavy, I mean it's really heavy, but it's, you know, like just a really good piece of acting. Like the actors are amazing, the storyline is ridiculous, like, I mean, it's just a great story. So yeah, that's kind of my series watch at the minute. So it's crazy. I can't even explain it to you because it's just the weirdest thing to explain ever, and you'd be like, what? Have I ever struggled with self-confidence? And if so, what are my top tips? Of course I have. I think most people in life have struggled with self-confidence, whether they admit it or not. Everyone goes through it at some stage in their life. My top tips would be, first of all, to embrace yourself. At the end of the day, you're going to be in the same body for the rest of your life, so you have to learn to love yourself and to accept yourself. So I think first of all, you have to just be happy within yourself, basically. Second of all is that people are going to have an opinion on you no matter what you do, so you just have to learn to brush it off and go, right, okay, that's your opinion, but this is mine. So regardless of what you go through in life, people are always going to have an opinion and always going to have a judgment on you, and therefore you just have to be able to brush it off and not take it too personally. For example, me putting up YouTube videos, anyone can access them, anyone can comment on them anonymously, and sometimes people will write really horrible things and you just have to go, well, you know, it's more of a reflection on you writing it than myself. Like, I'm just putting up a harmless video. And therefore, yeah, it's more of a reflection on how that person is making you feel rather than yourself. So some people are just nasty and you just have to go, well, do you know what? You're just upsetting yourself. You're not upsetting me. I'm all good. Not to overthink, so don't overthink about things too much, because I feel like that's a massive thing that I do sometimes. I'll sometimes worry about the way I look or what I'm wearing, and then I go, well, what does it matter, you know? Like, I'm wearing it now, I may as well embrace it and just feel great about myself. I'm not gonna go around for the rest of the day going, oh God, like everyone's looking at me, like, although I do that. Like, you've just got to be able to tell your brain no, which is a hard thing, but you just have to try and see past things and go, do you know what? I'm not gonna let this stress me out, and I'm not gonna let this thing make me feel unhappy. Just let it get the better of you. So my top tip would be learn to love yourself, and there are people out there that are gonna wanna make you feel bad. Don't let them, because that means they're winning. Where do I hope to be in the future? Ooh, deep. I mean, obviously, as cliche as it is, the main things are to be happy and healthy, and obviously surrounded by the amazing friends and family that I have in my life, obviously. I want to be able to buy kind of our own place with Liam. Obviously that's a far way off, have to do a lot of saving for that. That's not going to happen overnight, but I'd like that in my future. And also, I guess career-wise, I'd love to be a kids TV presenter, so hopefully try and pursue that and get that happening, but everything happens in time and you never know what's around the corner, so who knows what's gonna happen? Time will tell. And the final question on the list is, do I have any pets? And the answer is, no, I don't. I'd actually love to have a pet. I would love to have a sausage dog so badly, but I'm never in, first of all. We live in a flat, which isn't ideal for a dog, and yeah, it would just be unfair to have a pet, but I would absolutely love a sausage dog. So if anyone like anonymously sent me a sausage dog, I'm sure that it wouldn't be an issue and they wouldn't mind me having it, and I'm sure then I'd suddenly have a lot of time on my hands and we'd move to a bigger place and live with the sausage dog and it would be really great. So yeah, if anybody wants to do that, that would be really great, because I would love it so much and I take care of it and I'd devote all my time to it. Yeah, that's that. So that's a wrap with all the questions that I've got. If there's any questions that I didn't cover which you'd like to know about me, then leave a comment in the comments box below and I'll probably reply on there, because I don't want to do another questions video because you're going to be like, right, that's enough about yourself, love. But yeah, if there's anything that you want to know about me, like, I'm more than happy to share with you things about me, to a degree, obviously. So yeah, leave a comment in the comments box below. Also, once again, if there are any videos that you want to see on my channel, I know a few of you have given kind of suggestions which I've got coming up, but if there are any more suggestions that you want, then make sure that you do leave a comment or you message me on my Instagram or my Twitter, and I'll be sure to get them off my channel within the next few weeks. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next week.